I remember the day like it was yesterday. The air was thick with the scent of wet earth, and the sky held the weight of an impending storm. Our village, Kijiji Amani, nestled between rolling green hills and a winding river, was alive with the usual hum of daily life. Women pounded maize in wooden mortars, their rhythmic thuds a familiar melody, while children, their laughter echoing through the narrow pathways, played with makeshift toys crafted from banana leaves. It was in this village that the boy, Jabari, lived. A quiet child, slight in build but with an intensity in his gaze that belied his years. He was not one for boisterous games or idle chatter, but everyone knew he had an unusual gift. Jabari understood snakes. The elders whispered about it, half in awe, half in fear. Some claimed he had been touched by the spirits, that he could hear the slithering creatures before they even appeared. Others believed it was his late grandfather's spirit guiding him, for the old man had been the village's most revered snake charmer. Whatever the truth, Jabari was different, and in our village, different could be dangerous. The incident that cemented Jabari's legend happened just as the storm began to break. The sky cracked open, and rain poured down in thick, heavy sheets. Most of the village had taken shelter, but a group of young boys had dared each other to race to the edge of the riverbank and back. It was foolishness, but such is the way of youth. I was in my mother's hut when the first scream cut through the rain. I rushed outside to see villagers running toward the river. My heart pounded. Something was wrong. By the time I reached the riverbank, chaos had erupted. A boy, barely 10, lay on the ground, his legs swollen grotesquely. His mother wailed, clawing at her face, as others stood helplessly, their voices panicked. Black mamba, someone gasped. The very name sent a shiver through my spine. In our land, the black mamba was a death sentence. No one knew what to do. The nearest healer was in the next village, and with the storm raging, there was no way to get him there in time. Fear gripped us all, until Jabari stepped forward. He moved with a quiet determination, his bare feet squelching in the mud as he approached the boy. The elders called out warnings, but Jabari did not hesitate. He knelt, his hands hovering just above the swelling wound. Then, to our horror, he did something that would have seemed unthinkable. He closed his eyes and listened. The rain drummed around us, and for a moment, it was as if the world held its breath. Then Jabari whispered something, words lost in the downpour. Before anyone could stop him, he turned and walked a short distance away, his body low to the ground. And then we saw it, the snake, its sleek, deadly form coiled beneath a fallen branch. Jabari did not flinch. Instead, he began to hum, a deep, resonant sound, like the low murmur of the earth itself. The snake lifted its head, flicking its tongue, wary yet unthreatened. Slowly, impossibly, it slithered away, disappearing into the undergrowth. Gasps rippled through the crowd. But Jabari was not finished. He returned to the wounded boy, his hands working quickly, his fingers pressing against the swollen skin in a pattern only he seemed to understand. His mother sobbed, clutching the boy's hand as Jabari spoke softly. I did not hear his words, but I saw their effect, coming, steady. Minutes passed, then an hour. The swelling did not worsen. The boy, though weak, did not succumb. When morning came, he was still breathing, and by the next evening, he could speak. The elders, once wary, now looked at Jabari with reverence. He had done what no one else could. Word spread to neighboring villages, and soon, even the chief summoned him, seeking his counsel on matters of the wild. Jabari never asked for thanks. He remained the same quiet boy, tending to the creatures most feared. But from that day on, we all knew we had lived alongside a legend, and I, to this day, count myself among the few who witnessed the silent heroics of the brave snake boy of Kijiji Amani.